Wow. Today was a really good day for Call of Duty and news in general and just the future of where the franchise is going. They finally have shown us that they might actually be listening. We don't know how microtransactions or anything are going to be in this new Call of Duty, but it is Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is probably, especially from campaign and MP wise, Modern Warfare is what made this franchise Call of Duty. Like COD 4 is what everybody thinks of, especially the people that have been playing for forever. They think of COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Well, now we have a new Modern Warfare, and this one could be really fun. Just from what has come out with the news and everything about the two campaign missions that all the YouTubers and creators and press got to see whenever they went out to Infinity Ward. They're going back and giving Call of Duty balls again. There are stakes in the campaign. Like, I haven't been excited for a campaign really ever for Call of Duty. I am excited to play this campaign. One, you have a ton of writers and everyone from Naughty Dog working on this game. You have quite a few of the original Infinity Ward team that worked on Modern Warfare 1, or I guess COD 4, and Modern Warfare 2. I am excited just from the two missions you hear alone. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be great. And it's definitely going to be it's going to be shocking. It is definitely going to get banned in some countries. Just some of how brutal both these missions are, especially the second one. The second one that I'll be talking about the two here, but man, before we get into the missions and the details about all the missions, no season pass. Thank you, Activision and Infinity Ward, but you have to make sure the content keeps flowing. You can't just do with if you look at Battlefield 5 right now, it's barely gotten any content ever since they got rid of the premium pass. You can't be doing that. You have to be giving us you have to give us two new maps at least every 2 months, 2 or 3 maps every 2 months. New weapons. We need that support after launch. It's going to be interesting to see how multiplayer shapes out, especially if we look at just the fact that there's a new engine and everything. A new engine is going to be crazy to see what we can do with multiplayer and how they design the maps. I don't want any more of the 3-lane multiplayer maps, but that's enough about multiplayer. Let's talk about the new engine, actually. New engine. I've been saying this for forever now. Give us a new engine. The Call of Duty engine has been used since at least COD 4. It's just been reiterated. But now, apparently they've been working on this new engine for 5 years in Infinity Ward Poland. And that's what Poland has been working on. That's what I thought they were working on too. They sort of came out with it, I think whenever MWR was out, sort of that stuff. They came out with a listing for a hiring listing. But yeah, no season pass, new engine, and crossplay. Crossplay is a big thing too. Crossplay is going to be insane. Being able to play on my PC and play with somebody on PS4 and Call of Duty, I never thought would happen. Playing with some of the friends that I have on Xbox, never thought that would happen either. This is going to be some insane stuff, man. It'll be nice to have Call of Duty Call of Duty is gonna have its balls again. This is definitely grounded and realistic. There's a very realistic take on Call of Duty. Apparently, the devs spent a lot of time watching live leak footage, and if you don't know what live leak is like where you see all like the most horrific stuff, like people like actual terrorists and Taliban stuff from Russia, just like all the worst things you could see are on live leak. Death, getting shot, shootings, terrorist attacks, all that. They spent a ton of time looking at live leak footage. And Infinity Ward also said that they're trying to make this one of the most realistic games they can make that has ever been made. Anyways, let's get on to the missions. Let's talk a little bit about the missions. So the first campaign they looked at took place in literally October 2019, which is when this game is being released. The mission started off in the streets of London as a British police officer is approaching a suspicious vehicle. Two individuals come running out of the vehicle, and the officers start yelling them to stop moving. As the officers and individuals get closer, the vehicle that dropped them off slaps the accelerator forward, and the car blows up, leading to a major attack. The screen shifts to a debrief on the attack about what happened there, and it starts discussing the locations where the attackers who planned it out could be hiding. The demo then picks up with a Navy SEAL team about to breach a house, and they're playing as the Navy SEAL team. The SEAL team starts to breach the house through a back gate that is open. There's a team at the front too, but we follow the backdoor team as they enter the house. They start to approach the house with NVG off, but NVG is night vision goggles. But as they enter the house, turn on their night vision goggles. On the first floor, they approach a dining room that has 3 individuals. At this point, your character shoots the light to dim the whole place. That's crazy. An interactive environment. We haven't seen much of that, especially in campaign. That's great. Then apparently they worked a ton on trying to get like night vision goggles actually working and the infrared and everything. Like this new weapon or this new engine is just it's crazy. Basically, what happens for the rest of the mission is they go floor to floor, and one thing they also focused on is making the dimensions of the house and how the house feels and looks. They're trying to make it feel realistic. It'll be 1-to-1 as real life, so it'll be super tight quartered CQB. It's gonna be great to see, and like it's not gonna feel blown up like a video game is. And then like there's one part where like your choices matter. This game is literally making you make a choice like a soldier would have to make. Like there's a mom quote unquote going to pick up her baby and try to silence the baby, and you either choose to shoot the mom or detain her, and that's what they do is they just detain her. And it's just crazy. But the second mission is the craziest of the two. The second mission was a flashback scene, apparently setting up like backstory for one of the main characters we'll be playing as in Modern Warfare. So what happens is a big explosion sets off in a country in the Middle East. After the explosion occurs, we are taken into the perspective of a female child who's stuck under all of the rubble caused by the explosion. The explosion was a drone strike by, I believe, Russia. She is panicking and yelling for help. Another girl is stuck next to her but unresponsive. She tries to push around the fall. They pull out the girl, and she goes to her father's hand, who starts asking where is her brother. The other girl with her in the rubble does not appear to survive. Now another airstrike drops on the location. Jesus. The father picks up the girl, and they both start running to find where her brother is. The sister says the brother stayed at home to study, so he wasn't with her. They go back home, and as they're trying to run out, Russian soldiers come in on vehicles, jump out of the vehicles, and just start shooting everyone. You can hear women, children screaming not to be shot. Men and women yelling in pain. And another thing I forgot to say in the other mission is that, like, you don't just shoot somebody and they just fall over and they're dead. You can hear them choking on blood, and you can hear them choking up like you would in real life if you were shot. It's just crazy. As they start running and getting closer to the house, the Russian soldiers throw some sort of nerve/lethal gas. They bust inside their house, shut the door, and find the brother. What ends up happening is a Russian soldier comes in. The father and the soldier start fighting. The father ends up getting killed by the Russian soldier. Jesus. And he... And then you, as the child, you and your brother start scavenging for things. Basically, it's like stealth. You scavenge things like a screwdriver, and you run at him and start stabbing him, and then he starts strangling you. And then the brother comes up and gets on top of the guy's head, and then you're still stabbing, and then eventually she takes the guy's AK and pop. He finally goes down. They find some. They have gas masks at home, and then they walk through. The two kids have to get across a long area where Russian soldiers are standing around, laughing and murdering the civilian on the street. As they're walking, you can hear the soldiers say that they're rounding up some of the women and children to take away. You then hear gunshots, and then they come up where they they walk across a field full of stuff like mustard gas or something, and you can hear all the civilians and everything. I think it was a lot of children too. They're coughing and they're seizing up and everything. Like, they're dying. That's pretty much what's happening, and it's crazy to hear and see how brutal these missions are. It's crazy. I never thought I wanted Call of Duty to do this. I wanted this to happen. Apparently this isn't even the worst of it. Apparently it gets darker and grittier than this. Literally in the trailer you see somebody jump up on top of a car with their FAMAS and bop, into a car. Like, seriously. This is going to be a crazy ass game, a crazy ass campaign. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Modern Warfare. I hope we see new stuff soon. As excited as I am, I'm still skeptical. But I'm sort of letting the hype get to me a little bit. Let's hope the multiplayer reveal is just right around the corner and we see some great things from multiplayer. I'm excited. No season pass. Crossplay. And yeah. I think that'll be it for me. I am excited for this game. I hope you are too. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit that like button. I'm going to be trying to post more often. But anyways, I'll see you.